Hello. Every time I start. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. I'm having. Well, it started out as a really easy week, and then there was a bit of a tumultuous middle bit, but now it seems to have eased out again. So, I hope everyone else is having a good week as well. Let's fire up Metal Gear Solid 2, and there's a short ramble I need to have about next week's and I guess the week after's schedule. So there it is. There's and then we push that button, and then we push this one. We push many buttons, and at some point OBS will go, "Yes, I know what I'm doing. I am going to display the mode." Hello. Nobody would have hooked in by now. Why are you taking so long? We're not even on the new build yet. This is strange. Let's see if we have any issues when we get into the game itself, or if OBS is just being weird for today. It's just being weird for today. Okay. Anyway, it's probably better we have the ramble here than the weird launcher, because we could hit issues on the launcher that we won't hit here. So, the schedule. This week, we're doing Metal Gear Solid 2 today. And if we finish it today, we're not starting Snake Tales today. Snake Tales will be tomorrow, so Friday, 7 p.m. UTC. Saturday, we'll be playing Fear Perseus Mandate. No, thank you. And then, 1 second. And then Sunday, I'm not sure what we're playing, but we're playing something on Sunday. Now, next week and the week after is where things are going to be tumultuous. Next Thursday and Friday will not be a Metal Gear stream. I know we should be starting Metal Gear Solid 3, probably finishing it Metal Gear Solid 3 on the Thursday, and then moving to, I believe, Metal Gear Solid Acid. However, next week is when a lot of the parts that are going to come in for the new PC build, and I don't know if they will all arrive on the Thursday or the Friday. And if they do, I need to then obviously build the thing, get it working, start going through the motions of overclock, stability tests, benchmark different things, see where it's weak, see where it's strong, rig OBS to be able to do stuff. I basically need to do a whole lot of technical, boring stuff, right? Many technical things. The week after, so this would be the Thursday the 8th, Friday the 9th. It should be built and ready. We will still not be doing streams on that week, because I need to be absolutely certain that what I've got working works, that I don't have any issues. So second week of May, no stream whatsoever. After that, we'll be doing various different things to basically stress test, like if OBS is streaming and recording properly, if there are any issues I've not noticed during the testing. So it's more likely that near the end of May is when we get back to the normal things of Metal Gear Thursday, Fridays, whatever game Saturday. So May is going to be all over the place. And I can definitively say there will be no stream on the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Now, as for the next week, so technically the first week of May, even though it starts halfway through, we'll probably be doing Doom Eternal on the Thursday, Friday, so that'll be all of the main game Thursday, Ancient Gods 1 and 2 on the Friday, all on Nightmare, I believe, is the second highest difficulty. The highest one is the one where if you die, you fully reset, and we're not going through that. Saturday, no stream. Sunday, maybe a stream, but iffy. So, this is basically the heads up, right? About half of May is going to be at least a mess. At least half is going to be at least a mess. Once we're through that, though, we should be fine. Should be the operative word. Right, now that we've had that, 7-minute ramble about schedule, we'll go through it again near the end, just in case. I'll actually be able to pull up, a calendar at that point to give better dates and better times. But for this week, all systems normal. Today, tomorrow, Metal Gear Solid 2, and then Metal Gear Solid 2 Snake Tales. Saturday, Perseus Mandate. Sunday, 2BD. 2BD? 2BD. TBD is what I mean, to be decided. Now, rambles aside, we have game to play. Yes, load. Why would I ever want to not load? Okay, so a little bit of a quick catch-up for anybody who didn't see the stream VOD or you may have seen it and forgotten. We are currently inside of a giant machine, I think, or boat or something. Some sort of object, construct, known as Arsenal Gear. And Arsenal Gear is designed to do information processing. I think it has... I actually forgot what the full list of its capabilities are. They were given to us. We might be able to get that information from a codec call. Yeah, call Colonel.
Get your equipment back first, or you won't be able to do much good. Rendezvous with that man and retrieve your gear. Olga said that man would be waiting up ahead, if I recall. Get out of the room and head north.
Yeah, that was great information. But basically, we managed to sneak our way on board because Olga, who is the cybernetic ninja, knocked us out, has been working with Snake kind of, sort of, very recently. Snake is also Oh, Russian. Snake is also snuck aboard. He has all of our equipment. And we are currently in a room styled after the torture room in Shadow Moses. Now, I said this a few times. I think the Shadow Moses similarities... Oh, Edison. I think those are very, very intentional, but I don't know why. I mean, I was called it very early on in that last stream. But yeah. Oh, I can still... Why? I'm stunned by Raiden's fantastic ability to spread his legs as he jumps. And I'm not going to ask any questions. Oh, can I... Do I somehow still have my Soliton radar? Yes. Okay.
Raiden, Do you copy? You must continue your mission.
I've lost all my gear. I need to locate Snake.
He was never factored into the simulation. Leave him out of this.
I can't do much naked, especially in this temperature.
That's true. You won't be able to attack or enter the hanging mode either.
I think Snake has my gear.
Raiden, take out Solidus and his men. You must recover Arsenal intact.
Colonel, are you under orders from the Patriots?
Your role, that is, mission, is to infiltrate the structure and disarm the terrorists.
My role? Why do you keep saying that?
Why not? This is a type of role-playing game. The point is that you play out your part, and I expect you to turn in a perfect performance.
Colonel, I just remembered something.
What?
That I've never met you in person. Not once.
Complete your mission, according to the simulation.
Colonel, who are you?
No more questions. We have Rosemary.
What do you mean by that?
Over and out.
Okay. So we need to perfectly stealth this section. They're carrying FNP-90s, that's how you can tell they're high-tech and futuristic. The Colonel seems to be a little bit weird at the moment, but I could not tell you why. And he says he has Rosemary in a manner that suggests that she's been captured. Is being held against her will. I think my best idea here is to try to get elevated. So I'll wait for you to come forwards. Make a move. Oh, that makes a noise. Shh, why?
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky, to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me, and when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
I really want to know what the deal is.
My patience has its limits. I just can't leave this thing up to you any longer. I'll do the fighting. You can just go home.
So I think we're gonna get hit with like all sorts of weird things. Oh no. Oh no. I don't think that, well, I think it's pretty obvious the Colonel isn't the Colonel. Rose might not be Rose. Oh, that worked. Wait, these are Rays. Oh, box. Haha. My beloved! Of all the places to be, the Zone of the Enders box is in the... Oh.
Variety level 13. Rescue Marwol, the return of Ginola.
We didn't see that. Was that another way that VR mission could have played out? Also very much makes me glad that I did play the VR missions because I didn't realize that was an option. If I just stay here, are we okay? Oh. Oh, they can jump up. Suppressed P90s as well. Do I need to go this way?
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
I need to get through this series somehow, Campbell. I'm going into the coal. Oh, wow.
I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm in Flapjaw Space with the tuning fork does a raw blink on Harry Carey Rock. I need scissors. 61.
You're actually going to use the pause button here. Oh, that looks interesting. So I don't know how often this gets noticed or appreciated, but I try to do things with the stream titles sometimes. And on YouTube, you instead get a boring sort of like, this is Metal Gear Solid 2, full playthrough, part whatever. And then the description has the Twitch title. And if you're watching this and you haven't looked at the description, the stream is called In Your Arsenal Gear. Because Arsenal Gear reminded me of Ratchet and Clank 3, Up Your Arsenal. And now we're in the colon, so the joke is actually panned out like some sort of... Where do I go from here? This way?
Infiltrate the enemy fortress. Outer heaven.
Yeah, that's Metal Gear.
Destroy the final weapon. Metal Gear.
These bits I don't mind speaking over because there's going to be interesting things, I think.
Your mission is to infiltrate the Fortress Galluade, rescue the hostages,
Wait.
and neutralize Metal Gear before its assembly is complete.
What is that on my Soliton radar? Also, Galluade. I think Galluade is Ghost Babel. Right? Where do you go for Zanzibar land? I think is okay. Wait. Metal Gear takes place in Africa. Outer Heaven. Metal Gear Snake's Revenge took place, I forget where. I think that was also Africa. Galluade, I think, is Ghost Babel. Zanzibar land, or Zanzibar, is Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. I don't know Japanese, unfortunately, Campbell.
An anemone or clematis plant's juice can cause a rash. When pruning them, it's a good idea to wear gloves.
Campbell, are you an artificial intelligence?
Actually, there is something I've been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room. How should I put it? It was like they were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
Yeah, Campbell's absolutely insane right now. I think they're an AI. Because Ottocon's sister EE made a program that was supposed to disrupt some sort of artificial intelligence. We ran the program, but I don't remember if it was successful. I think it might have failed. Or there was something with it, I don't know. I know it wasn't 100% successful. And now Campbell is acting weird. So I think the reveal that's going to be coming in who knows how long is that Campbell is actually the artificial intelligence in control of Arsenal Gear, and this whole operation has been the AI trying to ensure that Arsenal Gear launches without any issue, because Solidus's group, Dead Cell, are trying to take control of it as a weapon, but I forget if that's supposed to be used against the Patriots or not. I honestly, as I'm trying to remember bits that we've seen from the last stream, it's sort of blurring together, and I'm forgetting exactly whose motivation is what. Fuchsia, hello. Welcome. Hope you're having a good week so far. Fuchsia says that sounded like city names, and that Fuchsia is also an artificial intelligence. Bold move to admit you're an artificial intelligence. You could argue that's a sign that you're not artificial intelligence, but I'm not really here to sit and do a Turing test right now. As for the city name thing, maybe. Again, I don't know any Japanese to be able to say if something is a city name, if there was locations in general, if it's like some sort of I don't know. Other thing like mythical deities? I'm not sure. I do like how I found the zone to the Ender's box, though.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose, what's going on?
Amazing how you walk around like that.
Snake!
Been waiting long?
Where's my gear?
Right over there. That's more like it. Everything you had when you were captured is still there. Sorry about earlier. I had to use you as bait to gain access to Arsenal. It worked.
Why didn't you tell me about Olga?
You never asked. Not happy about that? Get over it.
Any effects of the virus yet?
Still waiting on that.
So, it was rigged by the Patriots?
Looks like it. From what I can tell, Arsenal is headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
Why?
Olga asked me to give it to you. Besides, I'm not a big fan of blades. Move the right stick up and down to make a vertical slice, and left and right to slice parallel to the ground. Move the stick in a circle to do a rotating cut. Push it forward to lunge and strike. You can guard with your blade if you have the LB button pressed down. You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
I'm sorry, what? This is how we get the sword? Okay, when they say push it forward, they mean click in the stick. Except I have a controller where I can assign L3, R3 to buttons, so we're gonna use those. I like this. It's a very interesting way to handle a weapon. Can't wait to see how this goes wrong. Oh, so now we're non-lethal, we're using the back of it. Presumably a stab still kills someone. I like how I tried to use it on Snake.
What are you thinking?
You fired that USP like it was a machine gun, my friend. Got a lightning link on that thing? Oh, it's timed. Okay.
Come on, time to go. If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
Wait up, Snake.
What?
Snake, have you ever enjoyed killing someone?
What are you
That's
talking
exactly
about?
it. I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
Diminished sense of reality, huh? VR training will do that.
No, it was field training when I was a kid. I lied, Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
A future? You can stop being part of a mistake. Starting now.
What am I? What am I supposed to do?
Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
Snake, Raiden.
Otacon, you alright?
Yeah, so are all the hostages.
That's good news.
How's everything on your end?
All right for now, but there is something.
What?
The Colonel's last transmission was strange.
Strange? How?
Just strange. No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this Colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
I am going to be using the sword because why not? Where's that body armor? Alright, let's go. Block a bullet, my absolute ass. Oh, it knocks them out really quick. Oh, I can actually reflect the bullets into them? Oh, I need to, I need to ration. And then we go back to our... I never equipped the AK suppressor, go me. Get through the door. Snake hit me there as well. Thank you, Snake. Okay. 2 hits with a sword seems to knock them down pretty quick. I also feel like we have a little bit of an auto-aim with it. Can I... Ah! See? Okay. My friend had mentioned something about that to me. Because I went, I don't know how you're supposed to do this with, like, no rations if, like, the highest difficulty, highest ranking is 1 ration or less like it is in the other games. And he went, oh, well, if you crouch on low health, you regenerate. I was like, what? You also mentioned there were ghosts in this game, but I think it was... I know there were ghosts in Metal Gear Solid 1 as an Easter egg. Maybe there's ghosts in here too. I know there's also ghosts in Metal Gear Solid 3. But we'll get to that.
Raiden, about this colonel of yours. I found out where he is.
Where?
Inside Arsenal.
What?
I've checked out all the possibilities, but I keep coming back to Arsenal. It isn't a relay point, it's the origin of the signal. And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The kernel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The kernel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations and experience.
That's crazy!
But it's probably the truth. The virus may be starting to affect GW, which would explain the kernel's behavior.
It was all an illusion? Everything I've done so far?
Raiden,
Snake, what's happening around here?
I don't know. What I do know is that you're standing right here in front of me. Not an illusion. Flesh and blood.
Huh?
It's your call. You can drop this if you want.
No, I can't do that. Let's go.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held in the holds.
It's a trap.
Rose!
Raiden, get a grip.
But Snake...
It's a trap. Since the Colonel doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose hostage.
Yeah, you're right.
I am right.
Okay. Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Okay, Raiden is turning into a paranoid. Thank you for the ration. Why are you giving me one? What do I need to be worried about? Again, I don't want to... I'm about to take a sword hit, but that's okay. Sorry, I was trying to fight off a sneeze and I lost. I'm still not 100% sold on blocking. But it's fine. You know, we'll just run around. If we get lucky, we get lucky. If we don't, we don't. We have body armor, so we're not going to take too much damage. 2 hits with the flat of a blade. With the amount of armor these guys are wearing, you'd think it would take more. Maybe it does on a higher difficulty. Flashbang? Wait, what the... hello? Okay, pausing actually does just put it up in that window. Is there anything fun on this? Fish and mailed, Emmett, continent, and then a whole bunch of text that I don't think means anything. Vanishing point W456. Is that supposed to be a 6? No. I don't know what number that's supposed to be in the bottom left. Wait, that says damage amount. Are these my stats? Alert number 34? Hold on. Prudence 11. Don't know what that could be. Ammo used 492. Alert time. I've started an alert 34 times. I'm a skilled human being. NUET, not sure. Oh, is prudence the amount of times I've saved? That's the only thing I can think of stat-wise that would be tracked. Would be save. Okay, that's pretty neat. I did sort of unpause the game there thinking I'd go back to a full screen resolution, but that's okay. I still want to know what the deal was with that woman that appeared on my Soliton radar earlier. Like, is that Kojima's wife? Is that a developer's wife? Is that actually one of the developers themselves? Going fish and mailed again. Please heal, please heal, please heal, please heal. Snake, you bastard. I get your AI probably tells you to, you know, melee anything you're really close to, but could you not do it when I'm right next to you? That's a really handy trick. I'm actually kind of glad my friend told me about that one. Snake, I have body armor. I'm fine. Pusha says that somebody left a personal photo in the game files and no one noticed until after the game released. Well, since it happened during the whole, like, Campbell freakout section, I think it was intentional.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can. Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn!
today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here.
What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her.
I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
Jack, I've been watching how you fight. It looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days. Or is it one of the S3 plan's proud achievements?
What are you talking about?
It came as a complete surprise when Ocelot discovered the S3 data from GW. Not a bad idea, though. Using fire to fight fire, creating the perfect assassin to retire Solid Snake's brother. S3 stands for Solid Snake Simulation. It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior. The result is a Foxhound Commando. When Foxhound no longer exists, a simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival, it was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy, as bait. Jack, those days during the Civil War were as real as they come. Every day was absolute, split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real. No more games, Jack. At least you know. There's no reason to keep you alive now. I've given you a worthy opponent, at least. But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
I could not. I'm in the rectum. Why? Anyway, I couldn't pause during that whole speech from Solidus. But I want to point out, and it might still be easy to tell from this pause screen, the place we're currently stood on is where we went to for the photograph section in the special missions. I think you have to get 100% to get the photograph. I'm going to stick by that assumption. So really, this area has been teased since Metal Gear VR Mission, Metal Gear Special Missions was released, alongside the obvious teaser of Metal Gear Ray being shown as like concept art drawings in red and black. I don't know how Snake is going to beat Fortune. I'm sure he'll find a way. And there is no way I'm defeating 3 Metal Gear Rays with a sword. This is the wrong game for that one. I'm going to run with the assumption it is stingers, because that's what we used against the other one, Rex. I got missiles coming in. I heard a firing sound. Okay, those missiles will take me out pretty quick.
Raiden, respond. Raiden!
And I was wondering, but it looks like I can. It looks like, oh, the health bar seems to be reflected on the little like sensor light that's on the rays. Anyway, what was I going to say? I couldn't see the health bar, but I think we can deal more damage if we shoot the open mouth. Or at the very least, if we shoot the leg, we can do a follow-up shot and hit the mouth. So I think that's the play. I'm going to have to keep on starting with a ration. Wow, that was through the body armor too. Oh, I wonder if the grenade launcher would work as well. Oh, that's not a laser, is it? It's water. I remember. Yeah, we can definitely do a follow-up shot. I think that did more damage. Not by much. I think it's like 20% more damage, but it counts. Oh, that does a lot more damage, actually. Wait, what? Okay, one is dead. How many did they say there were? 25? It's my bad. I thought I could take the hit. Oh, there is 25.
Right, come in.
You can see them in the background. Oh, this is gonna be... Fusha asks, which one of these games does not feature an AI as the main antagonist? A. Portal 2, B. System Shock, C. Horizon Zero Dawn, or D. Titanfall 2? Well, I think I've shown that I've played System Shock, so we know it's not that one. Portal 2, I think, is probably GLaDOS again. I've not played that one myself, but I would assume it's GLaDOS. Horizon Zero Dawn I've not played, but I do know through the fun osmosis of the game being re-released again and I say again and again. It's been re-released and then the sequel got re-released and blah. But I know that artificial intelligence is a large part of that game because of the robots. And Titanfall 2, I'm pretty sure there isn't an enemy AI. I think that's it's only the mercenary company that I can't remember the name of. I don't think any of them are AI. One of them is a robot, but I don't know if that's the same thing. I don't think that's the same thing. What's her name? Ash? I don't know if she's a cyborg or a robot, but she's not the main antagonist. She's just one of the mercenaries that works with the main villain. So I'm going to go with Titanfall 2 on that one. Thank you for that. That was a bad flip. Okay, yeah, no, we need to get that shot in like really early to get the most damage out of that. Wait, no, sit that. Thank you! I lost control of the stick, overcorrected all over the place. Kind of wanted to take the death there because I'd already botched it from that wood all over the place.
Raiden, are you alright? Raiden? Raiden!
That was partly my fault. I've messed with the dead zones. And I thought, oh, we're still in the dead zone. No. No, we're not. We also don't need to heal quite so soon, so we could get like some early damage out, I guess. I don't like how they sit there and shuffle like a idiot. Okay, we need to heal up. I got iframes for a second there from taking the damage from the bullets. I don't want to get too close to a Metal Gear Ray. Out. Okay, let's take you next. Wait, I should be dealing damage to one, and then when it's doing the iframe... Okay, I actually really, really hate how it doesn't just leave. It walks to the side and then it jumps. That is... It's in the way of me getting any good locks on the other Ray. And it's really distracting. Having said that, I think we might be okay. Fuchsia says, correct. The main antagonist of Titanfall 2 is a human. He's the boss of the mercenaries. What's his name face? I remember he's South African. That's all I remember. Ads arriving in 1 minute. There's no way we're beating this boss in the ad break. We're probably going to end up dying and then going back to the start again. But at least we're learning. So they all keep firing missiles. Stop firing missiles, please. Oh, that's even worse. Miss. That's a good hit. Snapshot that one. I think a leg shot will take this Ray out. I need to heal up again. I didn't realize that I've been knocked down with the Stinger still equipped. That's on me. Okay. We get Stinger ammo on the outside. Oh wait, do we not deal any damage if we hit the legs? I don't think we do. Come on. Oh, that was nice. I'm not sure when it is that it stops tracking with the missiles. I'm not sure what the tone noise is. It might be when it starts to speed up. Oh, stop. I need to also position myself so that the lock-on doesn't try to get the ray behind it. Fuck you. Yep, thought that was going to end up happening. How'd you get through 25 of these? I mean, I guess you could shoot the face every time. That's right, I vaguely remember your order. Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, I should have not been stood in the middle. Again, I kind of wish they wouldn't lock those. I took my body armor off by accident.
Right, come in.
That is a good way to open up, though. I just need to remember when we get them lower down that they're going to start to move, relocate, and then try to take me out. Ruh-roh. They're not going to start repositioning yet. They will now. That one's going to jump straight away. Oh, no, 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 it's not a straight line. First ray down. That ray will be nice and quick. Okay. I thought I had put my ration on. So that's when I heard the missile, I was like, that's fine, we can take a hit, not realizing A, it's the knee missile, and B, we hadn't actually healed. But we're getting through the start of this a lot slicker now. Fuchsia says, don't take your body armor off in the middle of a fight with 3 giant enemy mechabots. It's really good advice. Better advice would be just to not get hit. And in fairness, what happened there is, for some reason, I hit the wrong button and I unequipped the body armor, not the stinger, I think. Or maybe I did both at the same time. That's fine. We need you. See, yeah, if I just sort of spread it out with these guys at the start, I haven't really got anything to worry about. Still got the hit off on the one on the side. Okay, we're going to heal now. Kill that ray. Kill that ray. Kill that one. Oh, this one over here. Oh, that's right. This one didn't get the extra hit. Ah! Fucking twice in a row? I thought they, like, rotated the attack. I guess not. It is just RNG. Three. Well, okay. 3 missiles for the 3 rays I just dealt with, I guess. Put some damage out into you. I only have 1 incoming missile to worry about. Give me that knee. Oh, okay, you're coming in. Good. Give me that knee. Give me that knee. No, you don't. Okay, 1 more missile for you. Knee. I ate the damage there as a risk, and it paid out. Alright, that's 4. I'm not making it through this unless they keep giving me rations. I need that ration. Oh, is it range-based? If I'm too far away, do they change up their attack? Fuck! Please, missile. Please! I know you're not Nikita, you're not my favorite, but like... Okay, this is where we get to find out if the ration respawns. I don't think it will. I do think the attacks are range-based, though. Like, we have to... The ration does respawn. Okay, I'll take getting hit with the shockwave. Oh, I didn't think that was going to connect. I got missiles coming in. It's fine. That one's not fine. Okay, when they're that low, we can just go for the face. We don't need to go for the knee. Okay, you're coming in. I definitely think it's range-based. Oh, the smallest sliver of health. Do I get 1 per ray? Or, like, how are you divvying up the spawns for this? Might be 1 per ray. Okay, we can just go for the face this one. We don't need the opening. That's not the face! There we go. We're still going. Of course, 25. Stop moving. Am I not close enough for you to do the gun to start with? We're gonna be mean and rude? I'll take a hydro cutter to the face. Same as you can take a missile to the knee and then the... above her?
Oh, but don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you! Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family.
Huh?
I know I'm going to hell, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
You have to.
Oh, God.
Enjoy the show, Jack. Let's pick up where we left off. What's going on? What's wrong with it? AI, GW, it's out of control. What?
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural network. I can't shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Stupid machines! Damn the Patriots! You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Snake?
Bring him in.
I feel like saving here is probably a really good idea. I thought I had to fight 25. Or is that another case of a higher difficulty that is true?
Are you awake yet, Jack? GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you. I'll squeeze the answers out of you instead, my son.
Wait, are we on the torture section? Oh yeah, we are. Anyone want to help out here? Haha.
What do you hope to hear? You know he doesn't know anything.
It's not him I want the answers from.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots! They were planning to extend their control to digital information flow with GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Of course. That was what you wanted. I won't stop you. Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that. What exactly do you find so funny?
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted. A little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the President's deaths. The ninja. The computer virus that mimics Fox Die. Did you really think they were all a coincidence? AIM's own nanomachines were used to shut down his pacemaker. I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Foxdie. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story. He's one of our own people, a sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred. And you opted for vengeance, just as we planned.
All orchestrated?
Except for the appearance of the real Solid Snake. I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project? How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't give you.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed. Your Dead Cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No!
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
Thought I got her in the heart.
It missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology. Now that I have enough data, all I have to do is retrieve Arsenal and clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
How's this then? Damn.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Everybody down!
What the? Impossible!
She is Lady Luck.
My name is Helena Dolph Jackson, the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
Damn! Try this instead. No! No! No, not now!
been waiting for this!
It can't be.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him. Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the only one that can free me. After all... I'm off to bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my host? But before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you. There's room for only one Snake and one big boss. Time to say goodbye!
Damn.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Liquid! Stop this thing!
Hey, Snake! You coming?
Federal Hall.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right. George Washington took office as the first president of the United States of America 200 years ago today. And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation, here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles, cloned from our father with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy if we cannot pass the torch? Proof of our existence, a mark of some sort. When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty!
Raiden, are you receiving? We're still here.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only GW.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human. Over the past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering, and in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context?
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths, spun by different interests, continue to churn and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness and value systems.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you?
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That which you call self serves as nothing more than a mask to cover your own being.
In this era of ready-made truths, self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap!
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best, and you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
You've done nothing but abuse your freedom.
You don't deserve to be free.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal sanity. The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of Solid Snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness is all that you did. It occurred to you to do nothing but look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly right. So you see, you're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and defeats are nothing but byproducts. The real objective was ensuring that we could generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time and money, but it was well worth it considering the results. I think that's enough talk. It's time for the final exercise. Raiden, take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Jack, my son. My clone brothers and I are called monsters, replicates of evil genes. You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival. By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents. I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, You will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix. It's time we were both free. I have other reasons for wanting you dead. The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they've formed. Brace yourself.
Holy shit, that was a lot of information to process. Oh, okay. So, Fuchsia says they've definitely following all of this to the letter without fail, just for my information, and that was like 25 minutes ago. Fuchsia says also, sorry, they've looked away. Can I play all that again? Sure, I'll just load the save and we'll go through another 40 minutes of cutscene. Okay. So if I've understood this correctly... Oh boy. Ocelot works for the Patriots, but because Liquid's arm is fused to him to replace the one he lost on Shadow Moses, he's seemingly possessed by the spirit, I guess, of Liquid. The spirit of Liquid set a bunch of things into motion to make sure Solid Snake turned up during Big Shell. Ocelot was then playing Solidus and Dead Cell to help get the Shadow Moses 2 Big Shell Boogaloo event to happen. And that sort of does answer the question that I asked a few times, which is, why is this basically Shadow Moses 2? And it turns out that it was intentional, and it was, depending on who you listen to, it was either to train a new Solid Snake, or, and here's the bit where I'm a bit confused, is GW's explanation of the S3 program in relation to the Big Shell incident is a bit strange. I think it's supposed to be that another incident like Big Shadow Moses happens, and then GW takes the information from this whole thing and filters and manipulates it in a way that there isn't like some huge outcry of like, what is going on? Why are things falling apart? Side note, I think we missed, or there is a cutscene removed from when Arsenal gear is floating through San Francisco or New York or whatever, wherever. It'd be New York, wouldn't it? Because of Manhattan? I think so. And then suddenly it's crashed in on a building. So I think there has been a cutscene removed. I'm going to assume it takes flight, or it just speeds up and it, like, I don't know. It hits a wave and just becomes airborne somehow, and that's how we ended up here. I know there was a thing like 5 years ago where the license for a lot of footage, historical based footage, had been it elapsed, and Konami decided to just remove it. I don't know if they also removed it, like, is that the footage I'm missing, or was it too close to 9/11 and that's why this got removed? I don't know. But there's obviously something missing there, because we went from we're on the water to, by the way, here's Federal Hall. Anyway, side note over. Solid Snake came here because of Liquid Ocelot sending a message. We came here because the GW exercise was doing something. I'm going to go with the idea that Shadow Moses 2 is supposed to train someone, but also there's like, by the way, that it's not the whole idea, but it was the focus of this operation, and then the GW things on the outside. Which would explain why the deaths went the way they were, it's why Dead Cell went the way it did. Vamp, I have no idea where he's gone at this point. I'm pretty sure he's not dead. Because, oh no, he could be. But I doubt it. Ocelot ran away with the Marines, Ray. Apparently, Liquid, Solid, and Solidus are sterile. The bit of information that actually made me laugh during the cutscene is the sudden reveal, by the way, of Solidus going, "Oh yeah, Jack, on top of all this, I killed your parents. Just letting you know, I killed your parents. Because I wanted to." That one just sort of comes out of like left field, considering how wide this field already is. This is pretty much saying something. But the GW artificial intelligence isn't destroyed. It's basically non-functional, I think. I don't know where Solid Snake is at this point. He should have been crushed by the pressure of Ray jumping into the water, but again, he's Solid Snake, so like, who knows? Rose is real, but she's captured, and an AI copy of her has been speaking to us through the game. I did do a double check when they said, "Do you know what today is?" And they went, "It's April 30th. No, it's actually April 24th, but I did think somehow that I had managed to line the date up, and it was April 30th, but no, we're a week early for that one. Would we even be here? No, we wouldn't be here for April 30th. That'll be next Wednesday. I could see the ads are arriving soon. And given how long this cutscene set was, I think I need to wait for the ads to finish before we try this boss fight. Because who knows how long the ending is going to take. And it'll also be sort of a bad idea probably to start this now. If I die, do I have to sit through those cutscenes again? Please say no. I'm glad my body armor is here. I think I've sort of understood everything that's happening. I think it's really interesting to see this game that came out whenever it was. I'm going to say like 2002, maybe 2003. The main focal point of the GWAI is that eventually people would shitpost so many times about all sorts of things. They'll lie about things just to try and like, for their own gain, that eventually people will start believing the lies, they'll believe the shitposts, and then it'll further perpetuate the idea of just like bad information, misinformation, lies, half-truths, blah, blah, blah. That was, should we say prophetic for 2003, 2002? Because, nowadays you look at like, I don't know, two good examples, I guess. TikTok, 3, because we're on one of them. TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. The 4 Ts. You can basically throw a stone on any of them and you'll find like someone go, "I am a big fan of pancakes. I think they're really neat." And then someone else would go, "Wow, you Can't believe you hate waffles. What do you got against those? And it's completely like a different thing, but then you'll have like hundreds of people just jumping in with their own opinions on both sides. The side of like pancakes are nice, or I'm not a big fan of pancakes, and then other people be jumping in going like, I can't believe this person's like that hates waffles. Like, how could he? Why would you post this? And then it'll spiral and go all over the place. And so I guess GW would then step in and be like, no, we're going to remove everything to do with waffles. This is a pancake-only section. Or, another one, I guess that's an example, because it's one that I've seen today. Someone recorded on their phone and then sent to me a TikTok of the British, I think it's British Radio 1. Someone made a meme announcement, right, regarding Pope Francis passing. And they laid it over the top of a song that definitely wouldn't be played during normal broadcast hours. And then the guy very clearly has like a lot of like audio issues. There's a lot of echo, a lot of reverb. It sounds wrong. But he's just like, we're sorry to interrupt this broadcast to announce that Pope Francis has died. We're receiving this news from the Vatican. And it's like, okay, solid. Some people will see that and go, that is a meme. There's no way that this would have been done by the BBC. Other people will see that and go, I can't believe the BBC did this. I can't believe it. How could they? This is disrespectful. And you absolutely will then get a second generation of people who will get from the first point of, I can't believe they've done this, and genuinely believe that the BBC has done this. And that the radio program has done such a disrespectful song during the announcement. And they'll never realize that the first thing was a joke and it wasn't real. Say, game came out whenever this was in the early 2000s, and then today it is actually kind of a problem. Post a meme and then eventually someone will think it's real. It's weird. I also wasn't expecting Hideo Kojima to be doing this sort of thing here. I know later games, Metal Gear Solid 5 is the main one I'm using as a frame of reference. That one goes into some really interesting territories. But I think I've managed to ramble enough about memes and misinformation. The ads have now finished. Let's lose to a boss a few times and then hopefully beat him.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh. I see. I guess we don't go near him when he has... Okay, don't go near him when the tentacles are glowing. But we're actually having a straight up sword fight. Wait, this is basically the fight on top of Rex. Oh, I did manage to catch him with a sword strike there. Could we not Dark Arc all over the place? I also I'm still sticking with the idea of being non-lethal for as much as I can. I'm sort of just flailing at him, hoping that we'll get a hit that connects. Oh, also, let's not get set on fire. I pushed the wrong button. Beautiful, no notes. Also, I forgot to say hello, Cluster. Yeah, there's an eye on that. Cluster Belly. Hope you've had a good week. Welcome into... I'm pretty sure this is the last fight of the game. But yeah, I hope you had a good week. Fusha says, So that's how it is. They get it now, crosses the arm, and they nod. Yeah, you know, you get it. You're smart. You play puzzle games. You understand. And then Close to Belly says they have also just joined. So they second the idea of playing the cutscene again. I would do it for the bit if it wasn't 40 minutes.
Is that the best you can do?
Probably.
What's wrong with you?
I do like how the oxygen mechanic is still in this fight. I'm not sure how to tell when the opening is to go for him. I think he has to run towards me and I have to, like, get him. I'm not quite sure how the fight works. I can't just punch him. I can see that one. I was a bit close to that. Did not clock O2 at all.
What's wrong with you?
That works. If I can sort of, like, get behind him, he can't really block me. But the trick then is trying to get behind him and not set on fire. I was desperately mashing A to try and roll through it. That works. Okay, I kind of have an idea what I need to do now. We need to, I think, bait out a melee hit, dodge it, and then punish. Or punish after any attack by the looks of it. Yes, looks like it's any attack. Can't seem to punish him when he jumps up. That's my fault. That's definitely my fault. Do I have a ration left? I have one. Too slow. Raiden, please have a little bit of, like, sideways move, not just swing and move forwards. What I mean by that is, like, when I'm doing the sideways swings, I kind of want him to move in a direction that isn't just straight in a line forwards. I think we just need to swing once, see if we connect, and then not just, like, flail around. Alright, what are we looking at for a phase 2? Who the fuck is calling me?
Right. You have to beat Solidus. This is your last duty.
We're not just pawns in some simulation game, you know.
Yes, you are. You're nothing but mere weapons. No different from fighter jets or tanks.
What the?
The old model destroyed 4 years ago was Rex.
The new amphibious model is Ray.
Both of these are the same as the code names used by the U.S. Armed Forces to refer to Japanese warplanes during World War II.
Your code name, Raiden, too, comes from the Japanese Navy's name for one of its interceptors.
Stop it! I'm not a weapon.
Oh, really? Do you know the code name the U.S. Armed Forces used for the Japanese fighter Raiden?
It was Jack. Both of you are just weapons to be used and thrown away.
Just weapons to be used on the battlefield. Just pawns in a game, exactly as you said.
And a weapon has no right to think for itself. Now, it's time to fulfill your purpose. Defeat Solidus.
I thought that was Snake for some reason. That's a lot of fun. Don't like that. We connected. Okay. Okay, he can stop for a second. I might be able to block that, actually. How is he still doing, like, the dash around as well without his powered armor on? Okay, block doesn't work. Oh, hello, Ration.
What's wrong with you?
How did you not take the hit there? I saw the sword go through you. Okay, I think we need to dodge his last charge. And then punish. Problem is, I'm on fire. That's not good. I'm not dying this late into the fight. Again, how is it that I was facing you to start with and then I start going off to the side? I was still swinging the stick. I'm just gonna go through the flames. It's actually a little bit annoying to try and track him. My body armor isn't on, no wonder I'm taking so much damage.
Ready to give up, Jack?
Get up, Raiden. Got him.
No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were real or not. That's never the point. There's no such thing in the world as absolute reality. Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
Yeah, a clean slate, a new name, new memories. Choose your own legacy. It's for you to decide. It's up to you. By the way, what is that?
Dog tags.
Fred Durst!
Anyone you know?
No, never heard the name before. I'll pick my own name, and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on. They taught me some good things, too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it. We all have the freedom to spread the word, even me.
Snake, what about Olga's child?
Don't worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
Do you know where Liquid went?
I put a transmitter on his ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with. Cheer up. We have a better lead. This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Snake?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something? Who am I, really?
I wouldn't know. But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now.
Hmm?
Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
I think I found something to pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I stare at the stars and the sky up above and
Wow.
think, what am I made of?
Fuchsia says, I need to apologize before I actually read the chat. I didn't realize I wasn't muted when I read Fred Durst out on the dog tags until I looked left and went, oh, that just spiked up the audio. I actually kind of forgot-ish that we said that Raiden's real name or whatever was Fred Durst. So that actually did catch me completely off guard. And then the fact that Raiden went, yeah, no, I've never heard of him. I guess he's not a Limp Bizkit fan. But yeah, Fuchsia says to stop stripping mid-fight. I mean, it's not my fault that... Actually, it is my fault, but the blame is equally on Konami for putting equip and then rations and unequip all on the same button. Sometimes I'll mess up and I'll tap and let go and I'll do things I shouldn't. This is a nice song though. I like it. Can't wait to see if this gets muted on Twitch or copywritten on YouTube, but we'll get there eventually. And then Fuchs also says that there were 40 minutes of cutscenes imminent. That message came out 10 minutes ago, so I think we actually have 10 minutes of credits. And we are sticking around for the credits because at the end of them, there's probably going to be some sort of hook or reveal or something. I don't know if it's going to be Ocelot. I don't know if it's going to be Raiden. I do like the footage of just New York in general. But anyway, thoughts on Metal Gear Solid 2? I can see why a lot of people have it as one of their favorites. I still think I prefer Metal Gear Solid 3, which we'll be getting to at some point in May. I don't know when, but we will be. I think it is an improvement over Metal Gear Solid 1, both in terms of just graphics, gameplay, mechanics, but also the story. I don't know, the story seems a bit different compared to Metal Gear Solid 1. Now, obviously, a lot of it is reliant on Metal Gear Solid 1. But I think it's good enough that it can stand on its own, even if, we'll say 40% of it is Metal Gear Solid 1. I also know that the game plot-wise, the series plot-wise, doesn't continue until Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear Solid 3, we're going to the Cold War is the best I can give. I can't remember a year. And then Acid is non-canon, like Ghost Babel was. Portable Ops is after Metal Gear Solid 3. Basically, I think Metal Gear Solid 4 and Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance are the only games we have left in the series that take place after this one. And yet there are only 2 games out of, what is it, Acid, Acid 2, Portable Ops. I've mentioned it already, Metal Gear Solid 3. Let's start again. Metal Gear Solid 3, Portable Ops, Acid, Acid 2, Peace Walker, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid 5, because there's Phantom Pain, and then there's, no, there's Ground Zeroes, then there's Phantom Pain, so that's 7. 7 games that take place before. I don't want to elaborate too much on that. Where was the Zone of the Enders poster? It was a Ghost Babel reference, but where was the Zone of the Enders poster? I can't believe I missed that. Marwol proceeds to speedrun Metal Gear Solid 2 just to find a single poster. And I guess that means that Operation Gallowade, I was right in remembering that came from Ghost Babel. So, yeah, this was a good song. I like Can't Say Goodbye to Yesterday. I know I spoke over it, so the lyrics didn't really sink in for me. There's all the trademarks and copyright acknowledgements of the font. But yes, I thought this would be a short stream, but I thought we'd be going for like 4 hours, not 2.5. Which is a shame, because I'm sticking to my guns. We're doing Snake Tales tomorrow, not today. Well, now I'm 50-50 on it. On the one hand, we definitely have the time to do it today, but then that means we have nothing for tomorrow unless I move Perseus Mandate from Saturday to Friday. But then that means I've got nothing Saturday, Sunday. I think we stick with our guns on this one. There's gonna be some stuff we can look at that isn't related to Snake Tales. Maybe I'll redo the boat, the tanker section again. See if I've improved. Okay. If it's gonna be anywhere, it's gonna be here.
life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disk.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but...
But what?
They're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
Okay. What animal am I? I only saved 12 times? That tracks. Continues, I'm not surprised. The amount of times that I died for really dumb reasons. Such as that boss fight where I pushed the wrong button and fell to my death. I thought I'd be in the 30s. I guess 42 isn't that far off being the 30s. Alert mode, yeah, that one I thought I botched a few times. I only killed 29 people though. Only 29. Who are the 29 I killed? I know I killed some of the intro. Not sure. 37 rations used? Well, Raiden was a very hungry boy. Playtime, 12 hours, 11 minutes, 54 seconds is a lie. Pretty sure we've gone longer than that on all the streams, including this one. As in, like, if you combine them all up. So what animal? I don't get an animal? I'm an elephant! I am an elephant. There, that sort of summarizes how I do stealth sometimes. Oh, I've got the camera for the tanker episode. And the plant. Of course we're going to save. Fuchsia says toot toot. Yeah. I don't remember the other rankings I've received. I'm going to be honest. I probably should have written them down. I think one of them was deer. I think. I think this title screen has changed. I think it used to be red, now it's blue. Let's look in special. Boss survival. Previous story. Let's look at the dog tag because I did collect a dog tag. We got it from Fat Man for doing him non-lethal. Wait, I got one in Tanker? Oh, I got Olga's. Oh, there's a... Oh, it gets tracked individually for different difficulties? So there's 32 in the Tanker. How many in the plant? $48, but it does tell you where they are. That's nice, at least. Casting theater, what's this? Oh. Demos and things. Okay, that's neat. If we ever wanted to rewatch some of the cutscenes. Boss survival, do I get to pick the bosses? Fighter's Ride and Fighter's Snake might have options. Oh, it's this again. I want to...
Ready? Go!
Let's see how far we get.
I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit
Yeah.
is my family. We share everything. I'll go! I have no one. Nothing except the unit. No!
Come on. Let me hit that head again.
Whoever you are, you're not stopping us.
Yeah, I think I am. I forget we now get this annoying bit. How does she dome me through that? That's a grenade? That's a grenade. Yeah, I don't know how she knows where I am. Oh no, that's right there! That's fine. Got her. Just about. Ish.
Ready?
Oh, right, the corridor. My health doesn't carry over. Oh. That didn't throw like the way I wanted it to. I think I just about got lucky with that, I'm gonna be honest. If I am like here, do I get enough timing? Yes. We're through. I heard the bleeding time. A fat man? I'm dead. Oh, I did get him. I can hit him twice if I get him before he starts to raise his head? Thank you.
Time to get
1, 2. Let's defuse some bombs, shall we? Also occurs to me I should probably run around and get some items, considering we're almost done with the fight. Oh wait, he's not there. Is it under here? No, where is it? Fat man, where'd you put it? Oh, hold on.
Here's one for you. 27.
Nap time! Easy!
Ready?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Good tone. Oh, thank you, Snake. Does this get me away from the... It doesn't get me away from the bullets. Okay. Let's suck my thumb for a second. Is it doing a gun run? It is. I don't need ammo, Snake. I don't, I promise. Okay, yeah, we can knock him out of that one if we do the stinger fast enough. Okay, cool. Wanted that when we first fought it. We didn't have to fight it a second time. Time to experiment now, I guess. Right in. We're gonna die from being set on fire, I swear.
I'll let you learn in style.
I don't think we'll make it out of this one, Chief. Come on, it's right there. There we go. That could have gone better. I could have just, you know, not missed 2 missiles. Get the Kasatka out the way. Oh. Bamboozled. Again, ammo is not my concern right now. I forgot it dips down.
Is that the best you can do? I'll take care of it.
I'm facing the completely wrong direction. Okay, we've got another gun run. Fuchsia says next death imminent. Possibly. But we're about to clear the Harrier. Vamp. Vamp is going to give me trouble. Oh, the lights. I need to take out the lights. Where is he? He's above me. And then this one. I said, and then this one. Good hit. How do I deal with this bit again? Don't I just have to, like, wait for him? We're gonna surface vamp. Can I hit you when you're swimming? I never tried. Vamp so far is going well. And I opened my mouth. He's doing his ballet dancing. Okay, hopefully he surfaces, we can get another shot in. That wasn't a headshot. Take that though. I think next is balcony. Balcony. Ow, that hurt. Vamp, please don't take me out just as I'm about to win. That would be what we call rude. Come on, jump up. Oh, he didn't go for the side bit. I thought he would. Ah, into the water. Oh, they're called Tengus? Okay. But hey, we almost took out Vamp. I'll take that. We probably would have died to the Tengus anyway. I'm going to be honest. Raise would depend on if I could figure out what the range distances are for the attacks. And then Solidus, I think, is 50-50. I'd need to do that fight a few times to be able to consistently do it, but it's fine. We did okay. Oh, the photo album. Do we have... not even the pictures from the tanker? Why is basic actions under special? Okay. What are missions? Codename Fred Durst. Yes. Sure. There's different characters you can be. What are the missions, though? Oh, VR missions and alternate missions. I see. You can move in first person? You can move in first person. We're at the end of the game. I have beaten it, and I'm just now finding out that you can move in first person. Do you realize that would make Vamp easier to fight? That would make the Rays easier to fight. What do we got for alternate? Bomb disposal, elimination, hold up. And then a hidden mode. I think I've played enough VR missions to last me for now. We won't do these, but tomorrow we will be doing Snake Tales. So we'll have a quick look at the list there. I know it's 4 missions, 5 missions? 5. The other thing I know is these are all non-canonical. They are the same as Ghost Babel. They exist. Have fun. I also believe we, judging by the name and also from the little bit I've read, we play as Snake, but we don't play as like Snake's side of the story that we've just played. It's an entirely different story with some of the same actually, I think it's most of the same characters, but it's completely different. So we'll be having we will be having a look at that tomorrow. Now, I know that normally on the Thursday, Friday we go for like 5+ hours, but again, I thought we'd be good. I thought there'd be well, I stuttered the same sentence twice. I thought we'd be sneaking more, and then we'd get to like get our stuff back, and then we'd sneak somewhere else, and then maybe have a boss fight against Fortune, and then we'd end up somewhere else. Then we'd fight Metal Gear Ray. It turns out we fought multiple Rays. And there'd be like long cutscenes in between. I guess I was right on the cutscenes. Then we'd have like the big showdown fight and the end. And it turns out actually we just had to sneak naked Raiden through one room. We didn't even sneak in. We just ran in a cardboard box. Practice a sword. Fight through 2 other rooms. Destroy Ray, leave. Oh, sorry. Destroy Ray, get choked, kill our foster father, and then win and leave. So. Snake Tales tomorrow. You gonna crash if I alt-tab? Bet you will. Ooh, it didn't. Surprised even me. So here's the bit where it might crash. I'm now going to delay the ads, and Twitch doesn't like it when I do this. That's run. I don't want to run a 3-minute ad right now. Ooh, that's 1. We'll go for 2 snooze. Snooze. You can tell my brain is already, like... Maybe it's a good thing that the game was so short, because... apparently my ability to speak English is gone. It is vanished. But yes, raid targets. We have some. You know what? We're gonna raid into RX Hydro. They're playing the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster. I've seen them start the playthrough. Oblivion's remaster looks interesting. It's on the docket of games that we'll probably be picking up and doing on a Saturday or Sunday, or it might last longer and it might end up doing on other days, but it's on the list of things we will eventually be getting around to, because I have mixed opinions on Oblivion. I like it, but it's got some issues. So, let's actually start that raid rather than say we're going to and then just not. Where are you on my list? There you are. Start that raid. But yes, I'd like to thank anyone who came along to the stream, saw us on the Twitch about the YouTube archive. You're all appreciated. Thanks to Fusha and Cluster Belly for being in the chat today, as well as anybody who was lurking. When Friday, 7 PM UTC, Snake's Tales. And then Saturday, Perseus Mandate. We're doing that in one hit. And then Sunday I'm not quite sure, really. And then yeah, next week is probably much like last week, where it's going to be as and when, if at all. Probably not if at all, because building and then testing and then blah, over lots of parts. Fusha says, imagine paying £55 for a reskin that crashes just as often. It has some quality of life improvements that I've seen. They have tried to fix some other issues. But if you're fine with how regular Oblivion looks, then yeah, just run the Oblivion script extender, run the unofficial patches, and play it through that. Save yourself the cost. But if you're curious what it looks like, we're gonna go see RX Hydro playing Oblivion Remastered. Hopefully I'll see some of you maybe I'll do next time. Until then, have fun, stay safe, and